everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on MPD and relationships. Hello everyone. Listen, to all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, listen y'all, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video, fam. You know I love to always mention our Thursday. Listen, we're getting back into our Thursday night live stream. I would love to see you there. Listen, this is where we actually go from healing to wholeness to boldness. You don't want to miss that Thursday night live stream. Why? Because on that Thursday night live stream, this is where we get to the meat of the matter. All right. This is where we actually get to the crux of the conversation. This is where we go into that deep dialogue with the soul. You understand what I'm saying? We get into those conversations about what's going to actually heal us from the inside out and cause us to move forward, and not just move forward, but move forward in a healthy way, which means that we're not going to go back to those familiar situations that we've had before. You understand what I'm saying? Teaching us how to actually choose better. And not only that, but choose yourself. Okay? Choose yourself. If people got unhealed trauma, all of this they got going on, baby, let them heal themselves before they come over there with you. Okay? Well, especially after you've done the work, you are not going to deal with somebody that refuses to do it. All right? So listen, y'all, this is where we get to the meat of the matter. So I would love to see you in that space. Listen, this is where we allow, definitely Holy Spirit has preeminence in that place and in that healing space. And we allow God to do just what he wants to do. And that's heal us and make us whole. All right. I'd love to see you there. If you're on the YouTube and Facebook platform, please turn your notification bells on. Okay. And so you're notified when we go live and actually when we drop a video on the channel. All right, y'all. Y'all know what I'm about to ask y'all for now, right? That's right. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like. I need y'all to hit that like button. Can y'all hit that like button for your girl? Okay, one time, two times, every time, hit that like button for your girl. All right, listen, I would love for y'all to hit that like button. Listen, this helps spread the information throughout the algorithm. And guess what? Someone hit it for you. I'd love for you to hit it for someone else. All right. So thank you so much, family. For those of you that are already doing so, make sure you do not leave this video with that like button not showing up black on your screen. All right, y'all. Okay. All right. All right. The goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes if you rocks with your girl. If you are in need of one-on-one coaching and group coaching, please email me. It's pinned in the description below. All right. So make sure you put you email me if you are in need of one-on-one coaching or group coaching. Also, last but not least, my book, y'all, Seduced by Satan. It's my first book collaborative effort. And guess what, y'all? The link is pinned in the description below. This book is based on a true story. Okay, it's based on a true story. I would love for you to pick up your copy today. Listen, this is how a cerebral / somatic narcissist gets down in situations when they are unchecked and the supply is oblivious to what they're dealing with. Okay, so I'd love for you to pick up your copy today. All right, it's pinned in the description below. All right, y'all, let's jump into the topic of this video. I want to get into it. I want to talk about what happens when you've taken the narcissist back more than once. Okay, perhaps over and over. What happens when you take them back? A lot of times, the narcissist will come back and they will actually give you this story about, them changing. Okay, they're changing. They're becoming someone new. They've realized their mistakes. Is the narcissist really appreciative? When you take them back, are they really trying, to be better? Are they really trying to listen to you this time around? These are questions that people ask, and I want to address it because Some people think that, well, maybe if you give them another try and try to understand, who they are. Most of the time, people are taking them back because they actually don't know what is going on with the narcissist. They don't know that, that they are a narcissist. Because once you find out, most people, once they find out that they're dealing with a narcissist, most people are not going to try to hang around. Not people with real good sense, that have some wisdom about them. The only people that are really going to stay around, uh, if they know that they're a narcissist and they're still going to stay with that person, is either they are narcissists themselves or very toxic codependent, or perhaps what we call a what do they call those? The ones that are so afraid of abandonment. The name escapes me right now. A borderline. Okay. Borderlines love narcissists too. But is the narcissist really changing? When you take them back, do they change? When you take them back, do they try to show you a different side of who they are? So that's what we want to get into. Do they change when you take them back? Well, let me just put it like this. Initially, when the narcissist comes back and, they're telling you, hey, and especially if you all have had a extended period of no contact. Okay. After a extended period of no contact, are they going to change when you take them back? Do they change? Well, let me just tell you this. A narcissist, initially, the truth is that when they do come back, yes, to a degree, they do change. Okay. Change for whatever you want at that moment. Okay. If you told them that you need if you said to them, I need you to make your, I need you to keep your word. Okay, if you tell me you're going to do something, don't take the money out of the bank, don't do this, don't do that. All of the little laundry list things that you gave them to do initially up front, will they change and do that? Yes. Most of the time, just to get their foot back in the door, they are going to make some sort of change because they do understand. They're not stupid now. They do understand that, okay, in order to really get back in good, I'm going to need to make some type of change, in order for this person to believe that I'm going to be better. All right. So they will do that initially. And especially after a long period or an extended period of no contact, and you basically have not entertained a call, you did not text them, you didn't return emails or anything like that. Yeah, and they don't have ample supply, or the supply that they've had was nothing like what you provided. Yeah, they gonna change. They are. They're going to change to a certain degree. And so what they will do is they'll get their foot back in the door, and you'll think, okay, maybe we're going to go ahead and we're going to, we're going to do right this time. They've learned their lesson or whatever. And so and now in the narcissist's mind, let me tell you what's going on with them. First of all, you got a nerve to want them to change anyway because everything was your fault. Now, they will admit to some things, okay? They will admit to some things and say, oh, I could have done this a little better, or I could have done that a little better. They will admit to some things, but most of the time, they're not going to take accountability for the big things that they have done. They're not going to do that because they understand that if they do take accountability for those things, you may come back and do just what they do to you. Watch this. What do they do to you? They basically, all of your business that you told them and everything else, and, confidence and, just privacy, and you just, being vulnerable with them. They're not going to know, because they think they're going to think that you're going to run it back just like they will. You know what I'm saying? So you know how narcissists, they take all your information and use it against you. Well, they think you're going to do the same thing to them. Okay. So a narcissist, they're going to, they're going to try to act right. They are. They will. They'll try to get it right, and tell you something to kind of make you feel like they're going to do right until They hit that bump in the road where they just done about got tired of you again. And that happens probably in about 7 to 10 days. Sometimes it's 14. Sometimes it's a whole 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is once they get the feel that you are settling back in to where you were in the relationship before, what they're going to do is they're going to get comfortable and get complacent. That mask is going to come off again. But see, when that mask, because it was halfway taped on in the first place. It was halfway taped on in the first place. So when that mask come off this time, baby, you're going to see a whole new monster. Yeah. It's going to be a whole new monster. Why? Because guess what? Like I said before, you got a nerve to leave them and then you come back. And basically now they're thinking you made them go through all of these different changes of not having supply, not being able to contact you, not being able to speak to you. And you know how they felt about you, and they lying all the time, talking about they love you. They don't love you. How you gonna love somebody when you don't love yourself? You understand what I'm saying? So they're lying the whole entire time. So what happens is they're going to take that mask is going to come off when they get real good and comfortable. And guess what's going to happen? And I know a lot of y'all going to attest to this. Once that mask come off, baby, they are going to treat you way worse than they ever did the first time around. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. They're going to treat you way worse. And they have to do this because guess what? You have to be punished for leaving. Yeah, you're going to get punished big time. You're going to get punished big time. And see, a narcissist doesn't come back to, they don't come back to make sure that you are the right person, or to make sure that, yeah, I think this is, I think this is my person, or, I just need to try it again. Maybe I just need to do better. No, a narcissist they going to come back to you to level you off. Yeah, they want to finish you off. Yeah. They want to make sure that this time when they leave you this time, you're going to be good for nothing. Period. Okay? So that's how they feel. So after a long period of no contact, a short period of no contact, it don't matter. Is the narcissist going to change after that? Nope. They're going to get worse. I want y'all to drop a comment below. Testify about what happened. Is this really true what I'm talking about? Yeah. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you have to understand that you're dealing with someone that has a mental illness. They don't even think that what they're doing is wrong. They don't think that they know that they are abusive. They know that the things that they do and say could be considered abusive, but to them, it's survival. Imagine that. I want y'all to just really imagine that. I mean, did y'all just hear that statement? To a narcissist, their abuse of you is not abuse to them at all. It's survival. Ain't that crazy? But that's what it is. That's real, y'all. It's real. So when you got somebody that thinks like this, they're not going to ever come back to love you. I don't care how long you stay away from them. They're never going to learn a lesson. You can't teach a person that's mentally ill a lesson. You can't do that. That mental illness that they have cannot be healed. You understand what I'm saying? It can be managed. I don't even know how it can be managed, because you can't manage a demon. You got to cast that bad boy out. You can't manage a devil. How you going to do that? And I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of these things that we hear in psychology, now I ain't mad at psychology because we do need the study of it. But baby, sometimes that stuff right there be just, to me, it's a very clean, sociable way to explain away demonic behavior. Because I tell you, I declare, look, I'm from the South. I declare. They'll tell you in a minute. They can't cure you. How did the drugs on the shelf can't cure you? All they can do is manage that thing. Okay? So that ought to tell you something right there. But yeah, after a long period of no contact, When you take the narcissist back, will they change? No. They're going to actually get worse. They're going to disrespect you even more because you had the nerve enough to leave and have them going through all of them different changes. And now you allow them back. Okay, they're going to show you what time it is, family. Don't do it. Don't let yourself fall into that trash. I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't care how long you've been gone away from them. They crazy. They are. And guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to show you what time it is. Okay? That abuse is going to become worse. And guess what? All they're going to do is start telling more and more lies. That's it. That's it. And then at the end of the day, when they get ready to get rid of you again, it's going to be your fault all over again. Don't do it to yourself, fam. All right. Y'all take really good care of yourselves. All right. And I will see you all on the next video, fam. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.